Packer and Durham on a Friday. Baseball on the brain. And our next guest is going to make his debut on the program. And this is a name that you might want to remember for years to come. This guy is going to be making some serious noise in his future. And he is already an All-America, and he's got a pretty good handle on the two ACC teams that are going on to Omaha, because the Miami Hurricanes did all right against these Wahoos and Wolfpack. Let's bring on Carson Palmquist, who joins us. First of all, Carson, we appreciate the time, and congratulations. I know you'd rather be playing this weekend in Omaha with your boys, but from an individual standpoint, really a tremendous year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How difficult, by the way, is it? Let me just follow up, Wes. How difficult is it, Carson, this weekend to put your feet up and say, you know what? I saw NC State. I saw Virginia. Man, I'd love to be out there with these guys. Let's go play.
It's extremely difficult because, everyone in the country, every Division I player wants to be there playing. But at the end of the day, then you got to start working out, getting stronger, getting better, figuring out what you got to do to get back to Omaha next year and be more competitive.
What does it say, when you look at kind of the stick-to-itiveness of NC State and Virginia, at least from the perspective of having played both teams, what does a young guy like yourself learn about just, keeping on the grind, if you will?
That it's not about how good you start and how good your team starts. It's about, the long run and how you guys are doing, towards the end of the season, how you guys can grind it out and stick together, be teammates and friends and all of it, because it's a long season.
Now, the Canes won both series when you played both NC State and Virginia. But you mentioned to us just a second ago before we came out of the break that you're not surprised at all to see these two teams in Omaha. Why is that?
I thought both of the two teams, when we played them, fought harder than any other team we played. Never were down. They could have been down 5 runs, but it felt like it was a close 1-run game or a tie ball game. They just never stopped fighting.
Any idea, kind of in your freshman year, did you expect the success that you had as a rookie, Carson?
Not that I expected it, but I worked hard enough for it, and I thought, why not me? Why couldn't it be me? And I'm just grateful every time I go out there and something good happens, because everything good is followed by something bad most of the time. It's just how you bounce back from it.
So how do you build on this? 1 year in under your belt. I know we'll talk about what you got coming up here in a couple of weeks. This is really cool. But what do you work on after one season?
Staying healthy for the full season, not falling off as I did at the end of this year, towards the end of the playoffs, and just keeping my body in shape year round instead of just at the beginning.
Is it one of those things where it's, we hear the term step by step, just kind of, start to start, if you will, appearance to appearance. Is it literally come back to that, just understanding about staying in the moment?
Yes, for sure. So after doing well for a little bit, I could catch myself being okay with what's going on and being happy with how I'm doing instead of working harder. And that's one thing that I had to start working on, was going from outing to outing, not remembering what happened last week or what's going to happen or what did happen.
Carson, Stephen Schock from Virginia has almost become a cult hero, kind of quirky, different, offbeat, coming out of the pen. What is it with you relievers? What makes the mindset of a reliever a little bit different than everybody else on the roster?
We know how to have fun. We know how to turn it on when it matters. We're sitting around for a while, watching the game, cheering on our teammates.
All right. So with that,
wait a second.
All right. With that said, all right. Take us. All right. Let's just do a typical Miami Hurricane baseball game. It's third inning. You guys are up 3-0. Life is good. So what's the mindset with the fourth inning, fifth inning? We're cutting up, we're goofing around, we're taking a look at the crowd, we're doing whatever we're doing. So walk us through that as a reliever. What goes through your mind there?
Well, for the first couple innings of the game, I'm looking around, just having fun, cheering on my teammates, trying to get the game going, like in our direction. And then towards about like the fourth through like the sixth, seventh inning, I would be just doing like arm stretches, bands, anything that I would need to like get ready to like if I had to go warm up, that I would be ready to go warm up right then. And then after that, just be ready at all times, but like at the moment, still like cheering on your teammates and being happy like for what's going on in the moment. And then just at the end, just turning it on.
All right. When Pac mentioned Stephen Schoch's name, you started smiling. You kind of like the Schoch show. It's got kind of it's pure closer, isn't it?
Yeah, I kind of that's the one that threw the glove at the end of the Virginia game, right with the long. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Seems like a cool kid.
But you guys, as a whole, are always a little quirky, a little different. And if everybody was the same, I guess it would be boring, right? I mean, so you need somebody to, or at least a group of guys to keep everybody on their toes, and that's where you guys come in, right?
Got to keep everyone waiting for what's going to happen. Never know what's going to happen.
Uh-oh.
Look out.
Just like
there
that.
There we go. All right. Yeah, you never know what happens. Hey, Carson, one of my favorite college pitchers of all time was a closer at Miami named Robbie Morrison, a guy who obviously had a great career, had an unbelievable rookie season, just as you have. And the reason I liked him so much was he knew everybody was out to get him, and I think they called him the Piranha because he came in, it was a little sidearm, it was a whole show and everything else. What is the mentality when you get on the mound? Why is it, as a closer, the mentality switch? Look, we can go the quirky route with Schoch, and I can go the route where, like, Rivera used to come in and just, throw the split for strikes. When you get in the ball game, you're a left-hander. You're already ahead of the game, in my opinion. I'm a left-hander. I didn't pitch, thank God. But the idea of mentality, you're ahead of the game. Where does that stand with you when you step on the mound?
Just to be like overconfident in yourself. Like as a closer, I believe the most important thing is just to believe that you can do it. Because the second you go out there and believe you can't, that's when that one inning blows up on you. And that's mostly all you got is 1 inning, 3 outs to end the game. And those are the hardest 3 outs to get. So you have to believe in yourself and believe in your team that's behind you.
Carson, I got to ask you, and I don't know if you will partake because, I mean, you are out there, you're playing a game, but the shakes at your home ballpark are legendary.
Oh, my God.
Have you sampled those, or is that off limits on game day?
They're off limits on game day, but I used to, when I was younger, I'd come to ball games every weekend and get shakes. I love them. Nothing beats them.
What's the go-to for you?
Our press announcer's name, I honestly forgot it.
The J-Row? The J-Row?
The J-Row, yeah.
What's in it?
It's been like 5-6 years since I've had one. I honestly don't even know. I just remember my cousins, every time we would go down, they'd get the J-Row for all of us.
Yeah, off limits on game day, huh? That kind of stinks, doesn't it?
Bad scene.
But it gets us ready.
All right, so we go with sunflower seeds. What are we doing? Gum? What's on game day? What are we going with?
Sunflower seeds. Big sunflower seed guy.
Yeah, me too. I love those things. Those things are great. Awesome. All right, I got to ask you a traditional question. I know 1 year under your belt. Since you've been at the University of Miami, Carson, what has been your hardest class?
My hardest class, definitely a math class. Math 102 or 101 for sure. Not up there, but
Wes, that's a West Durham special.
I'm with him. What do you mean, Wes? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, West Durham special.
No doubt math. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I don't want any part of it. 55 years old, I don't want to go to a math class.
All the rest of them
that's
make
it.
sense.
All of
It's
them.
not much.
Hey, Carson, good luck with Team USA this summer. Congratulations on being a first-team All-America as a freshman. It's a heck of an
Thank you so
accomplishment. Look
much.
forward to watching you the next couple of years, my man.
Thank you so much.